You ever seen a spider glow in the dark? Like, not just a little bit, but full on neon? It's like the spider world's version of a disco ball, but with 8 legs and a bad attitude. But here's the thing. Even though they glow, they don't use that light to find their way around. Like, they're not like a glow-in-the-dark spoon, just shining light everywhere. Turns out, they use a mix of senses like smell, touch, and even vibrations. Glow is just extra flair, not a navigation tool. But hey, if they glow, wouldn't that help them see their own legs? Like, spider version of a nightlight? Maybe they just use it for dating. So we're diving into the weird world of glow-in-the-dark spiders. Spoiler, they're not using the glow to navigate, but they're still weirdly awesome. So what exactly are we talking about? Let me get this straight. Are we talking about spiders that glow like a neon sign in the dark? Or are we talking about spiders that somehow navigate without any light at all? Like, they're just walking around in a pitch-black cave and somehow not walking into walls? Wait, maybe they're not glowing at all. Maybe they just have these super cool eyes that can see in the dark? Like, they're basically night vision goggles made of spider legs. No. The real question is, do they glow? Do they have this radioactive glow like a radioactive spider from a comic book? Okay, let's stop guessing. We're talking about spiders that glow in the dark, and the question is, how do they find their way around when there's no light? So yeah, spiders are just creepy crawlies with 8 legs. They're like nature's tiny architects, building webs that are basically their version of a house. And if you've ever seen a spider web glow in the dark, you're witnessing a little bit of science magic. Imagine if your house had a light switch that only turned on when it was dark. That's basically what these spiders are doing. They're using their webs as a map, and the glow helps them find their way around without getting lost. And here's the kicker. Even if you turn off the lights, these spiders still have their glowy web map. It's like having a built-in nightlight and GPS all in one. Pretty cool, right? Now, you might be thinking, why should I care about a spider's glowy web? Well, think about all the stuff we use that's inspired by nature, like Velcro or the way sharks swim. These spiders might be giving us ideas for new tech or materials that can work in the dark. So, next time you see a spider web, give it a second look. It's not just a creepy decoration, it's a glowing masterpiece of survival and engineering. And that's pretty rad. Okay, so glow-in-the-dark spiders didn't just pop out of nowhere. They've been around for, like, 300 million years. Imagine a spider with a glow stick, back when glow sticks were made of moss and moonlight. Back then, there were no streetlights or neon signs. Spiders had to rely on natural light sources like bioluminescent fungi or the faint glow of the moon. It was basically a spider's version of a nightlight. But wait, how do you glow without electricity? Turns out some spiders have special proteins in their bodies that glow when exposed to light, like having a tiny built-in light-up necklace. So they'd absorb light during the day, then glow at night. It's like having a personal lantern, but with fewer batteries and more spider legs. Fast forward to today, and glow-in-the-dark spiders are still doing their thing. They've evolved, but their glow, still pretty much the same. Like a spider that's been using the same apps since 2010. So imagine you're a spider, but you're also a glow-in-the-dark marshmallow. You're not seeing the world, you're feeling it with your glow. You don't need eyes, you need light, like a flashlight in your belly, but cooler, and also way creepier. You're basically a glowing blob with legs, and you use that glow to find your way like a spider with a built-in lantern. It's not like you're walking in the dark, you're walking in the light, and you're the light. Like a spider with a glow stick and a GPS. So, yeah, glow-in-the-dark spiders don't need eyes. They use their own glow to find a way, like a tiny glowing lantern on legs. And that's how you navigate, glow-in-the-dark spider. Just follow the glow. No GPS, no eyes, just glow. So, first things first, glow-in-the-dark spiders don't actually glow. They're just super good at soaking up light like a sponge. You know how you leave a nightlight on and your room feels cozy? That's basically what these spiders do. They're not like those glowing stickers you put on your laptop. These spiders have special cells in their bodies that store light, kind of like how you store snacks in a backpack. But instead of candy, they store photons. But here's the kicker. They don't glow like a flashlight. They glow like a firefly, super faint but enough to light their way. It's not like they're trying to impress anyone. They're just trying to find their way home. So, the setup is simple. The spider gets light, it stores it, and then it uses that stored light to navigate. It's not like they're carrying a lantern. They're just using the light they collected like a tiny, glowing backpack. And that's step 1. We're just getting started. Next, we'll talk about how they actually use that glowing light to find their way through the dark. It's basically spider GPS, but with glitter. Okay, so they're not just glowing like a neon sign. They're actually using their glow to see better. It's like having a tiny flashlight in your belly button. But wait, how do they know which way to go? Oh right, they're not just glowing, they're also sensing light from the environment. It's like having a built-in flashlight and a light sensor at the same time. So they use the glow to highlight their own body and maybe even see other spiders or prey. It's like a glowing disco ball in a spider's world. But here's the kicker, they can turn their glow on and off. It's like a nightlight that you can flick on and off with a tiny switch in their head. So the glow isn't just for show, it's a tool, like a tiny lantern that helps them navigate the dark without getting eaten by bigger bugs. Okay, so they're not just glowing like a neon sign. They're actually using that light to see their way around. It's like having a tiny flashlight built into their body. But wait, how do they turn that light into actual vision? Oh right, they have special cells in their eyes that can pick up that faint glow like a night vision camera with a very basic filter. So basically, they're using their own glow as a kind of map, bouncing it off things and then seeing where it lands. It's like a spider with a built-in laser pointer. But here's the twist, they're not just glowing to see, they're also glowing to be seen. Like a tiny disco ball, but for spiders and their predators. So, to recap, they glow, they see with that glow, and they also use it to warn others. It's like a spider with a neon sign that says I'm not a snack, I'm a glow-in-the-dark legend. So, here's the thing, glow-in-the-dark spiders don't actually glow. They're just super duper good at absorbing light and then slowly releasing it like a glow stick that's been sitting in the dark for a while. It's like a spider version of a nightlight. Oh wait, how do they know when to glow? It's not like they have a glowing alarm clock or anything. Turns out, they're just really good at sensing light levels. It's like your phone's auto brightness, but for a spider. And here's the kicker, they don't glow all the time. They only glow when they're super dark. It's like a spider with a built-in nightlight that turns on when the room goes black. Super smart, really. But how do they even make that glow? It's not like they have a little battery inside. They use a special chemical called luciferin, which reacts with oxygen to create light. It's like a chemical firework, but way more boring. So, the science is basically, light in, chemical reaction, light out. It's like a spider with a glow stick in its gut, and that's how they navigate the dark. Pretty cool, right? So imagine you're a glow-in-the-dark spider, and you're like, I need to find my way, but I can't see anything. What do? I'm not a glow stick, I'm not a flashlight, I'm just a spider with a light-up body. I guess I just glow and hope someone finds me. It's like being a neon sign in a pitch-black room. You're not really doing anything, but you're the only thing that's visible. It's not navigation, it's just visibility. Like being the only person in a dark room holding a flashlight. You don't actually navigate, you just glow and wait for someone to find you. Like a glowing signpost in the middle of nowhere. You're not directing traffic, you're just being seen. So, glow-in-the-dark spiders are really using their glow to find their way. They're just using it to be found. It's like a party light in a dark room. You're not dancing, you're just being seen. In the end, it's not about navigation, it's about visibility. Like a glow-in-the-dark spider, you're not going anywhere, you're just glowing and waiting for someone to find you. Quick word from our sponsor. If this sounds like something you'd enjoy, take a look at the Stanley Quencher 40 Oz tumbler. There's a link and a QR code on screen right now, and in the description below. Alright, back to it. So here's the thing. You think you're seeing a spider glowing, but it's not like a neon sign. It's more like a tiny campfire in the dark, just flickering and faint. And the spider's using that glow to see its own path, like a flashlight on a hike. It's not like they're walking around with a headlamp though. They're more like a kid with a glow stick, trying to find their way home without tripping over the couch. The glow helps them avoid obstacles, like a spotlight on a dance floor. But here's the kicker, the glow doesn't light up the whole room. It's more like a tiny flashlight, only bright enough to see the next few inches. Imagine trying to walk through a dark room with a glow stick in your hand, and you're only seeing the floor right in front of you. So they're not like humans with glowing eyes, they're like little campers with a headlamp, trying to stay on the trail. They don't see the whole world, just the path right in front of them. It's like driving at night with only the headlights on, and that's how they navigate, not with a compass or a map, but with a glow that acts like a tiny spotlight, helping them move without falling into the void. It's like a kid with a glow stick, trying to find a way home in the dark. Okay, so the first myth is that glow-in-the-dark spiders use their glow to navigate. But that's not how it works. They're not like glow-in-the-dark stickers on your ceiling. They don't flash light signals to each other or anything. What they really use is their sense of touch and smell. Their legs are super sensitive, like tiny radar dishes. They can feel vibrations in the air and on the ground. Plus, they can smell prey and mates with their hairs. And don't get me wrong, their glow's pretty cool. It's like a nightlight for the forest floor, but it's not for navigation, it's for communication. Some species use it to signal to mates or warn off predators. So, if you ever see a glow-in-the-dark spider, it's not like a little lantern guiding it through the dark. It's more like a tiny flashlight that helps it make friends and stay safe. Not for getting around, though. That's the real trick. So, myth number 1, glow-in-the-dark spiders don't use their glow to navigate. They use their legs and smell, and maybe a little bit of glow to chat with their friends. Not the whole story, but a good start. Okay, so here's another myth. Glow-in-the-dark spiders use their glow to find their way around. But wait, do they even need to find their way? They're already in the dark. Nope, they just glow to scare off predators or attract mates. Like how some people glow in the dark because they're trying to look cool, not because they are actually navigating. So if they don't need to navigate, why do they glow? It's more like a fancy lights-up shirt at a party. They're not lost, they're just flashy. And if they did need to navigate, they'd probably use their legs or smell, not glow. Glow is more of a party trick than a map. So in short, glow-in-the-dark spiders aren't using their glow to navigate. They're using it to be extra, like when you wear neon shoes to a concert and everyone stares. So, you're probably thinking, wait, are these spiders actually glowing or am I just seeing things? Well, no, they're not glowing like a night light. They're just super good at sensing the dark, like a human with night vision goggles. But here's the kicker, they don't need to glow. They just need to know where the light is. Like how you can find your phone in the dark by feeling around. These spiders can sense light even when it's really dim. This ability is super useful for them, like having a built-in flashlight. But it's not just for finding food. It's also how they avoid getting eaten by bigger animals that might mistake them for something else. And here's the funny part. Even though they're really good at seeing in the dark, they're still super easy to spot. Like a firefly in the dark, they're just really good at using the light they already have. So next time you're out at night, remember, there might be spiders with superpowers hiding in your garden, your house, or even your backyard. Just don't turn on the lights too fast or they might freak out. So imagine a spider that's basically a glow-in-the-dark disco ball. It's out there, glowing in the dark, and somehow it's not getting lost. That's like if you had a flashlight attached to your head and you still managed to find your way home. But here's the twist. The glow isn't just random. It's actually helping it see itself. Like a tiny, spider-sized mirror. It's using its own light to find its web. Wait, but how does that help it navigate? Well, think of it like if you were in a pitch-black room and you had a flashlight. You can see where you're going, even if you're blind. So the spider's glow acts like a flashlight. It can see its own web, and that helps it avoid getting tangled up in its own mess. It's like a spider with a built-in GPS, but with glow sticks. And here's the kicker. This glow isn't just for show. It's a survival tool. In the dark, it's not just glowing, it's surviving. Like a disco ball with a plan. So, we're talking about a spider that glows so bright, it's like a disco ball on a night out. These spiders are basically the glow stick kings of the spider world. They've been clocked glowing so hard, it's like their body is a solar-powered disco ball that doesn't need the sun. They're basically the spider version of a neon sign. And to top it all off, they're doing this in the dark, like it's their job to light up the night. They're like the night shift workers of the spider world. So, imagine if your favorite disco ball spider had a glow up, and now it's so bright. It's like a light show at a party that only spiders go to. In short, these spiders are the glow-up kings of the spider kingdom. They're not just glowing, they're lighting up the dark like they own it. Okay, so the spider's glowing like a disco ball, but it's also super confused. It's like trying to find your way home in a neon-lit maze, but with 8 legs and no GPS. Maybe it's not the glow that's messing it up, it's the light. Like when you try to read in a dark room, but your phone flashlight is on. Everything gets all messed up. It might just sit there, staring at the wall like, where's my glow? Where's my glow? I can't see anything. Or maybe it just keeps going, like a drunk person in the dark, hoping to stumble into the right spot by accident. In the end, it's not the glow that saves it, it's the web. The web is the real map, and the glow is just a fancy light show. So here's the thing, you don't actually want to be a glow-in-the-dark spider. It's like being a neon sign in a black hole. You're literally glowing in the dark, which is kind of like having a flashlight stuck on your back. Everyone can see you, and no one wants to be seen in the dark. You're basically a walking beacon. And that's not cool. You're not a superhero, you're a target. Predators see you, birds see you, and even your own kind might think you're a weirdo. They're like, I'm not lost, I'm just glowing spider. Plus, if you're glowing, you're also giving off heat. So you're not just visible, you're also warm. Which means you're basically a heat-seeking target. That's not cool. You're like a campfire in the forest, and everyone wants to come check it out. So yeah, being a glow-in-the-dark spider is a downside. You're visible, you're warm, and you're basically a beacon for everything that wants to eat you. It's like being a lantern in a cave, and the cave is full of bears. So, while it's cool that you can glow in the dark, it's also kind of a bad move. Like, you're not just glowing for the fun of it, you're glowing for survival. And that's not really working out. You're basically a walking light bulb with a bad survival strategy. So there you have it. Glow-in-the-dark spiders are like, I'm not lost, I'm just glowing kind of spider. And honestly, they probably wish they had a better strategy. You're not lost, you're just a target, and that's not cool. So, how did people even figure out these spiders glow? Well, it's like when you're at a party and someone says they saw a glow-in-the-dark spider, and you're like, wait, is that real or did they just imagine it? Turns out, scientists had to use some pretty basic tools like blacklights and a lot of patience. It's like trying to find a glowing sock in a dark laundry room, but with spiders and a flashlight. They also had to think about how spiders move. You know, like how you try to walk through a dark room without tripping. But spiders have these tiny, perfect legs and a whole different sense of direction. It's kind of like if you had a glow stick on your head and you were walking around in the dark. But instead of getting lost, you're actually getting super good at finding your way. And then, of course, they made a whole bunch of cool videos and articles, and now we all know about glow-in-the-dark spiders. It's like the internet discovered a secret club, and now we're all in. So, there's this one spider that's not just glow-in-the-dark, it's glow-in-the-dark asterisk, and asterisk has a compass built into its head. No, really? Some scientists think they might use the Earth's magnetic field to navigate, like a spider with a tiny, invisible GPS. Quick word from our sponsor. If this sounds like something you'd enjoy, take a look at the Fire TV Stick 4K streaming device. There's a link and a QR code on screen right now, and in the description below. Alright, back to it. Imagine a spider that's like a tiny astronaut, floating through the dark with a built-in map. It's not just glowing, it's asterisk thinking asterisk about where it's going. Total spider wizardry. But here's the kicker. Some of these spiders glow so bright they might actually be using their own light to trick predators into thinking they're something else. Like a spider that's a glowing decoy, trying to survive. So, if you ever see a glowing spider, it might not just be a spooky decoration. It could be a master of survival, using light, magnetism, and maybe even a little bit of magic to find its way home. In the end, glow-in-the-dark spiders are basically nature's version of a neon sign that also knows where it's going. Pretty wild, right? Before you go, if you enjoyed this, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And tell us in the comments what you'd like us to make next. We read every single one. Thank you so much for watching.
Comment this emoji if you made it to the end.